I wasn't going to laugh. I was trying not to laugh.
Hello, and welcome to Find Out Nation. I'm one of your hosts, Jamie.
I'm one of your hosts, Nicole.
And we're here to talk about politics in our nation. Quite the week that we've had.
Jesus Christ.
Before we get into that, give us our countdown.
Okay. We're 243 days away from the midterms.
It's so close.
So close. Yes. So close. We are 408 days in.
Okay. We're not quite ready for that vacation countdown like we talked about. I'm with you there.
Yeah. No, unfortunately.
Knowing that there are thousands of days left is just way too painful. So I'm with you. Yeah. So I did not realize that when Trump introduced the Board of Peace, that he actually meant BORED instead of BOARD of peace.
Shit.
We have now bombed our 8th country since Trump took office. 8th country. Like, this is psychotic.
Well, wait, how many wars has he stopped?
You're right. Right. So many wars. This past week, so we are currently, as we're filming this, 5 days into war with Iran. Trump and Netanyahu have joined forces to bomb Iran in what Trump is calling, actually, this screams of Pete Hegseth. They're calling it Operation. Okay, I have to tell you that I accidentally typed this wrong as Operation Epic Furry instead of
That's
Operation
even fucking
Epic
better.
Fury.
That's even fucking better.
I'm
That's
dying.
what we should call it.
Yes, I wish I could call it Operation Epic Furry.
Furry, awesome. Yes, because they would totally bomb a group of furries if they thought that they could get away with it.
You're not wrong. So we have started attacking Iran with Israel. Of course, we have managed to kill the Ayatollah over there, the previous Ayatollah, which they're planning to have like a 3-day funeral for him, but they did decide to postpone it because of all of the fighting over there. In the bombings, there was also a girls' school that was bombed.
Yep.
So I think a lot of us have seen the pictures of them like digging burial grounds,
mass graves,
like holes, I guess, whatever.
Yeah,
burial sites for these 130 girls that were killed in this bombing.
Yes.
According to Caroline Leavitt, the U.S. goals are to destroy the regime's ballistic missile program, annihilate Iran's naval presence in the region, dismantle Iran's terrorist proxies, and prevent it from pursuing a nuclear weapon. Leavitt said a regime change was not a primary objective. She did say that the decision to attack was based on a good feeling. The Tehran regime was planning on attacking the U.S. She didn't confirm whether it was a U.S. or Israeli attack that causes civilian deaths, but she said she could not rule out that it was a U.S. strike that killed all of those students.
I have so many things.
I know.
I have so many things. Like, we can't talk about how sophisticated our systems are, that we are so great at war that we were able to target the Ayatollah, but then we didn't intentionally hit the school. Like, you can't, those two things can't be true. That the school was an accident, but we intentionally hit the Ayatollah because our systems are so great. Yeah. I also love that nobody can get on the same page about what this is. Is it an operation? Is it a war? Who started it? Because like Petey Pete wants to say today that they started it. Did we destroy their nuclear weapons last summer? Did we not? And then like, I just love that this, literally the day that this happened, in the same weekend, their lies are already being found out. At least
Oh
when
yeah.
George W. lied to us about WMDs in Iraq,
It took months.
it took months. Like
Yep.
Cheney and them had the shit figured out on how to keep the lie locked down for several months before it started to unravel because they couldn't wrestle up a WMD to save their fucking lives.
Oh yeah.
These
So
fucking clowns
yeah.
couldn't even get through the goddamn weekend.
Oh yeah. So they came in and said that they had enough uranium, which I guess I didn't realize how like uranium, like you have to refine it and then
Oh, to enrich it.
enrich it in
Yeah.
order for it to become weapons grade. So they said that it had been up to 90% enriched for up to 11 nuclear weapons. So that's like because to your point, this is what Trump is telling us. But last week during the envoy that went and talked to Iran, they came back and said, we don't have any enriched uranium. Like our uranium is nowhere near ready to be enriched. And at that time, Trump said, "Oh, they'll be able to have enriched uranium in the next 2 weeks." But then, to your point, it was an unnamed official, and it was like a foreign official that they were citing as an unnamed official on CNN, who basically said that's all made up. None of that was said. Iran never said any of that, and that part of the peace deals was to turn over all uranium that they had, even though it wasn't enriched up to weapons grade quality, that they were going to turn all of that over, blah blah blah. So the stories here, the lies here, are just, to your point, they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and
Yeah.
it's like this, they can't keep their story straight. So that Trump of course declared war basically, and it's a big thing, I guess, in Washington that Republicans are not calling it war, they're just calling it an operation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which obviously, like, it's the whole idea of Trump shouldn't be able to declare war. That has to come from
Right.
Congress, which we'll talk about in a minute. But Trump did go before Congress, and he actually spoke to both the House and Congress, I think, today in a closed door classified meeting. Elizabeth Warren was part of yesterday's conversation, which was a smaller group of people, and she said that here's what I can say. It is so much worse than you thought. You are right to be worried. The Trump administration has no plan on Iran. This illegal war is based on lies, and it was launched without any imminent threat to our nation. Donald Trump still hasn't given a single clear reason for this war, and he seems to have no plan for how to end it. Like, what the
Right.
fuck are we doing?
Right.
And this is, you brought up George Bush,
Yeah.
and Fox keeps bringing in their Iran expert is Oliver North.
Yeah, I was going to say, tell me it's Ollie North.
It is.
Mr. Iran Contra affair himself.
So Nicole and I are old enough, and many of you are likely old enough to remember the Iran Contra, where we were caught selling missiles to Iran illegally. And that was all brokered by this dipshit, Ollie North. So for him now to be brought in, and he was convicted.
As an expert. Yeah.
Right. For him to be brought in as an expert. I mean, in all fairness, he makes the case that he's an expert
on why they should not have these weapons.
Indeed. Like, in all fairness, like, if you asked me if Donald Trump was an expert on pedophilia, I'd be like, yeah,
he actually is. Yeah, good. Yeah. That's a good way to put it. I hadn't thought about it like that. That's a good way to put it.
Maybe I should quit my bitching, just quit your bitching. The number of people that have roasted Trump over his original, at the time, tweet or whatever about Obama starting a war in Iran.
Yes.
And then the number of people that are jumping on the Charlie Kirk, who was against the war on Iran, has caused quite the rift in the MAGA world. Have you been watching any of that? So quite a few. So Tucker Carlson for sure came out and does not support the war. And quite a few like prominent MAGA people have come out and don't support the war.
Yeah. Is it because it's Iran and we're finding out in real time why Obama had an agreement with them that Trump tore up during Trump 1.0 because You don't want to go to war with Iran because now Hezbollah is involved, because Israel's involved, like all the things. And Netanyahu has tried to get other presidents to do
Yeah.
this for him on his behalf. And no one's been dumb enough until now to do it. But like,
Yeah.
so is that why we think, is MAGA upset because we're doing it on behalf of Israel and it's a Jewish thing? Is it because it's Iran and they're worried about terrorism? Is it, or is it just because it's another foreign war and he promised no more foreign
So
forever wars?
so Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson, and Steve Bannon have all come out against it.
Steve Bannon too?
And as did
Interesting.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, like she went postal about it.
Oh God.
So a lot of them are like, it's a betrayal because MAGA, like the way Marjorie Taylor Greene said was, MAGA is to make America great again, not make Israel great again, not make
Oh.
Iran great again, not,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
so like there have been a lot of people that have said, why are you using American resources to fight a war that we don't care about and we shouldn't be in the first place? So that's a
Right.
big,
We were
like
not
that's a big
attacked
part of
here.
it.
And one of
Yeah,
our allies
exactly.
was not attacked. Like, we provoked this shit, and now we're acting like, oh my God, they're firing back at us. How fucking dare they? Like,
That's right. That's right. And so like it is definitely, there are people in, especially like, old-timey Republicans
yeah.
that are absolutely against the war, but a lot of them feel, well, Marjorie Taylor Greene was on a podcast and she was like, I mean, she's like, listen, bitch, and blah blah, like it was
Oh,
crazy. Yeah.
interesting.
Um,
But,
what did she say?
but yet Congress is not going to do anything about it. Impeach his
So
fucking ass.
yes. So we saw that today, right? We saw that
Mm-hmm.
today. So Marjorie Taylor Greene appeared on Monday's edition of the Megyn Kelly Show. She says, I was out there on the front lines for Make America Great Again, and Make America Great Again was supposed to be America first, not Israel first, not any foreign country first, not any foreign people first, but the American people first and our problems. And, God bless the Iranian people. I hope they can have a government that is for them and treats women fairly. But what we have seen happen right now is we've seen over 100 little girls killed at a school from a bomb. And I don't know whose bomb it was, but they're dead today because America and Israel attacked Iran. So that's not really good for Iranian women. And our president is saying that the Iranian people are all of a sudden going to topple the regime. Well, I don't think the Iranian people are going to be toppling their regime when they're getting blown apart by the United States and Israel in an unprovoked attack. And yes, it was unprovoked. And Pete Hegseth said this morning, Megan, he said that we didn't start this war, but I hate to argue with the Secretary of the Department of War. American Israel definitely did start this war, and you can't lie that way to the American people. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah.
Um, she goes on later and she says, and we're a year in, and we're in another fucking war, and we've got American troops being killed. I think it's time for America to rip the Band-Aid off, and we need to have a serious conversation about what the fuck is happening to this country and who in the hell are these decisions being made for and who is making these decisions.
Well, it's all about the money. Follow the fucking
And
money.
you
Yeah.
were there.
Yeah. Because you were supporting this shit right up until about fucking 6 months ago, if even that long ago. Maybe
That's
4 months.
exactly right. Dumb
So,
bitch.
yeah. Like,
You were there. You
yeah.
worked on this. You know who it is. And I swear to God, if you're trying to act like you're shocked now,
Yeah.
if you're trying to act like you
Spare
didn't
me.
know, you're dumber than I thought you were.
Yeah.
You are dumber than I thought you were, for fucking Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
So definitely like 5 days into the Iran war, we
It's,
of course have seen 6 total U.S. troop members that have died so far.
yep.
They've identified, I think, 4 of them, and those people have come across as, um, you know, wonderful service people and parents and people that were about ready to get home. Donald Trump posts a video after the first few deaths that said, sadly, there will likely be more deaths before it ends, Trump said, before adding, that's the way it is. There'll likely be more. He then added, but we'll do everything possible where that won't be the case.
What does that mean?
Thanks.
You know how
Thanks.
you could have prevented it? By not doing what you did.
By not starting the war. Right.
Yeah. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. It's costing $1 billion a day to fight this fucking war. Do you know what we could do with that goddamn money in this country?
Yes, yes, I do. Yeah.
Like, Jesus
Here's
Christ.
what's even worse. So we've got the war, and the war is terrible. And, obviously bombing kids and losing service members, all of that is terrible. But there are thousands and thousands of Americans that are stuck there, that are stuck in the
Oh,
Middle
girl,
East.
this is wild. Fucking
It
wild to
is.
me.
It is. So I guess they've identified at least 6,500 people that are trying to get home or trying to get out of the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
There's even like a popular influencer that's stuck over there and like giving updates or whatever. So they asked Trump, hey, why can't you get people out? And he's like, sorry, we didn't have enough time to get an evacuation plan in place. Like, we just had to act on this so quickly that I didn't have a choice. I didn't have time to put an evacuation plan in place. Right. But Caroline Levitt comes off and says they do have an evacuation plan, that the State Department has an evacuation plan. We're prepared for this. We're a well-oiled machine. We're a well-oiled machine. So a spokesman from the State Department goes on CBS, I think it is, and says, okay, if you're stuck over there, call this number. And they flash a number up on the screen and they're like, you get this number and you have to register. But once you register, then we'll get you on some flights out. Like, we'll figure out a way to get you out. We'll figure out either a bus or plane to get you out. So the reporter's like, well, when you call that number, it tells you that you shouldn't rely on the United States State Department to get you out, that we don't have resources to handle it. And he's like, that's not true. I called it right before I got on this interview. And she's like,
Do you want me to play it right now? Yeah,
we
like,
just called it. And so then he's like, we'll help you get out. Since this war has started, we've managed to get 17,000 people out. And she goes, like, by chartered bus and plane, or are those just people that rode passenger flights that were already scheduled to go out?
right.
And he's like, we're getting people out by any means necessary. And she goes, has a chartered flight or train actually left? And he's like, no, we're working on it. We're getting those resources figured out. But it was clear, like, they're trying to take credit for
Commercial
Delta
flights. Right.
flying out.
Right.
And like, they have no plan, no
And
evacuation plan, nobody. I know. They interviewed this guy from Florida who's like, I call the US Embassy and they're like, we're closed. So then I call the State Department and they're like, sorry, we can't. Like, he gave them 3 different options, none of which were actual options to get him out. They were like, well, you can take a public bus and you call this number to get tickets. You can get a flight on Delta and you call this number to get tickets. Or you can, like, it was like, here, go to www.delta.com and then book a flight that way. Like,
then pay for it yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally how they told him. And they're like, and fly to Saudi Arabia. He's like, that's the dumbest shit I have ever said. That is the dumbest shit I have ever. Yeah.
Because we have done this before. That is always part of the planning, is how the fuck are we getting our people out when this shit commences? They've always got planes that are chartered that are, there's always a fucking plan to get our people. Fucking France is doing it.
Yep.
France has got their goddamn chartered planes going in there and pulling their fucking people out. Yep. So what this really amounts to is they were not even thought of, because all these idiots thought about was they had a hard on for bombing fucking Iran, and that's it. They didn't give a shit. They didn't think about, outside of maybe the people that work at the embassies, and I don't even know that they were thought of. They weren't thinking about any other American that was on vacation or whatever that was already in those countries for whatever reason when we bombed it.
Well, and like, it points to the idea that Donald Trump woke up one day and was like, we should just bomb this country.
Yeah, I'm pissed off. Let's just do it. Because 2 days before, they were in Geneva having their conversations. Things had not gone south, according to what was being reported on the news. Things had not gone completely south in those conversations in Geneva. And then Saturday, we're fucking bombing the shit out of them.
Right. Right. It's crazy.
It's literally insane.
I know. The other thing that is absolutely fucking crazy to me is that you brought it up earlier. This president continues to go completely unchecked of his
Yeah.
powers. So I was talking to AJ about this today because he's like, why is it a big deal that Congress voted today and they didn't pass? So
Mm.
Congress voted today to reject a resolution that would require Trump to seek congressional approval for any future military action in Iran. So according to CNN, the Senate voted 47-53 to put down the measure, with GOP Senator Rand Paul joining the Democrats and Democratic Senator John Fetterman voting with Republicans to block
Fucking
it.
Fetterman. That
I know, what a
motherfucker.
dipshit. CNN did point out that even if the measure had advanced, it would have had to withstand the full amendment process in the Senate before moving on to the House. Then it would have likely had a presidential veto, so it would have required a 2/3 vote to override, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, don't get me wrong. I didn't expect it to necessarily happen,
Right.
but I sure as shit am noticing that these senators are just absolutely willing to
Yeah.
turn over their power to Trump for absolutely
Yeah.
whatever he wants to do. And I just can't believe that. I cannot, like,
Yeah. It's mind blowing.
right. When Trump asked at the State of the Union, who believes it's your
Mm.
duty to protect the American citizens, like, this is what I want protection from, is
Yes.
unchecked power from an
Power.
authoritarian.
Yes.
And you guys are not doing that.
And
Like,
I
you're not
would,
doing that.
yeah. And I want protection of unchecked power, regardless of the party that's sitting in the White House and doing it. I don't give a
100%.
fuck who it is.
100%.
There is a
Although
reason
at
we have a
this point,
constitution.
I know, but at this point, I absolutely would be like, fuck it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. I if if Obama wants to go in and create universal health care by executive order,
Oh, yeah.
fuck it. He
Yeah.
should be able to.
And
And
my concern is that the Democrats are doing fuck all to make sure that we win the midterms. This is just going to be our fucking life until this man fucking keels over.
so I have more faith in our midterms than a lot of people do. I know that, and I've been wrong before, so it's 100% possible. But I do, with a lot of these votes going the way that they're going, I have a lot more faith than.
That it's going
I
to go
don't think
better.
it'll be 1,000, 1,300 days. I'm hoping it's more like 200 more days, and then we're done, and we
They impeach
can,
his fucking ass
yes,
and get him the hell out of there.
and arrest him, for fuck's sake. I think
Yeah.
they should arrest him. But
Yeah.
anyway,
It's,
okay.
yeah.
The one other thing that I wanted to bring up, two other things related to the Iran war, which is what I'm calling it.
Yeah.
So we talked about the Americans that are stuck. Can we talk about the Americans that bet on this war through these prediction markets? Have you heard about this?
No.
So I did not know this existed.
What is a prediction market?
This
Is that
has
similar to
serious.
like gambling?
Yes. This has to be serious, like rich people shit, right? Like, I don't know. But there are sites where you can go on and make predictions about what's going to happen and gamble. So if it happens, you can have huge payouts. Okay. A single digital gambler known only as MAGA My Man walked away with $600,000 this weekend after successfully betting on the U.S. military strike against Iranian leadership, and he was not alone.
How would you
Millions
even
of
know
dollars.
to bet on something like that unless you had insider information?
100%. And these prediction markets are like almost completely unregulated. Just before the U.S.-led strikes that rocked Iran early Saturday, Reuters and other outlets reported a surge of suspiciously timed bets that generated significant profits. Blockchain analytics firm Bubble Maps identified 6 suspected insiders in a post on X, saying they collectively netted $1.2 million on Polymarket just hours before the conflict began.
Holy shit.
Uh-huh. I mean, at the end of the day, if that's what they want to bet on and they can get all that money for insider like trading, there's no regulation that says.
Yeah. So it's like
make.
Hegseth and Stephen Miller and Trump and whoever else are these 6 fucking people that bet on it. And then Trump was like, hit the button, let's go.
That's right.
Oh my fucking God.
That's exactly right. And I'm curious if like there's certain dollar amounts because they have to stay under certain limits or else they have to disclose it to
Oh,
Congress and shit like that.
uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my guess, but who knows? So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
like
had not
Trump,
heard that. I had no idea.
his children,
Yeah.
Ivanka or
Yeah.
Ivana. Yeah, like that's what I think. Okay. So here's the other thing with Iran. So my child asked me, is this like a World War III thing or not? And I'm like, it's not a World War III thing yet,
Mm-hmm.
except for little old Spain.
Oh.
So over the weekend, Trump, I guess, asked Spain to allow U.S. planes to land on the United States Spain co managed or co owned military bases that are in Spain. He wanted to launch strikes off of these military bases. They said no. Spanish Foreign Minister Jose Manuel Alvarez said that his government wouldn't allow the U.S. to use jointly operated bases in southern Spain and any strikes not covered by the UN Charter. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez said that his government wouldn't be complicit in something that is bad for the world. So on Tuesday, Trump comes out and he's like, well, we can land there anyway. We don't need their permission. And I guess if they're not going to cooperate with me, I'm going to cut off all trade with Spain. Okay. Because this is how Trump operates, right?
Uh-huh.
Is I'm going to force my way in
Yep. You're
because
going.
we know he's done it with the women. So
Mm-hmm.
why wouldn't he do it in this case?
Mm-hmm.
So he says that on Tuesday. Today, Caroline Leavitt comes out and says, with respect to Spain, I think they heard the president's message yesterday loud and clear. And it's my understanding of the past several hours, they've agreed to cooperate with the U.S. military. And so I know that the U.S. military is coordinating with their counterparts in Spain right now. The Spanish foreign minister came out and said, that is incorrect.
This bitch
The
is on
European
crack.
government has not changed its position. I can refute, the White House spokesperson, Alvarez, told Spanish radio station Cadena Ser. The position of the Spanish government regarding the war in the Middle East, the bombing of Iran, and the use of our bases has not changed one iota.
So go fuck yourself.
That's
Yeah.
right. He is 100% like, go fuck yourself. So I'm dying to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
Because if Trump decides to go ahead and use these bases when Spain has very clearly said absolutely not, that's going to be your escalation. Like that's going to
Uh-huh.
be the big concern, right? So
Yeah.
anyway, we'll see what happens there.
Oh my God. And, let's just remind people too that it has never gone well for the United States when we have demanded regime change and gone into a country. Didn't work well for us in Vietnam. Did not work well for us in Iraq. Like,
Nope.
we are very egotistical in this country with our thoughts of our way is the only way and we need to demand regime change elsewhere in the world while we treat our own people like shit in this country.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I don't have any doubts that this will be a prolonged fucking war with Iran. We're going to spend an assload of money and it's going to go nowhere.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they've already announced that the supreme leader, the Ayatollah's son, is taking over as the new supreme leader of the country. Like,
Yep.
I mean, and I'm sick of seeing online too that the comments of like, when you express the opinion that you don't agree with this, they're like, oh, what? So you're fine with the way that Iran treats their women, the way Iran treats their people? Well, no, I'm absolutely not okay with that. Not at all. That being said, it's not our place to bomb their fucking country unprovoked.
That's right.
That never goes well for us ever.
No, and we have more important things to spend that money on at home.
Yeah.
We have a lot more important things to spend that money on at home instead of spending it on a war we have no business starting.
Yeah, so. And I know that that not all of them, but some of the Iranian people are very happy that the Ayatollah had been killed and all these things. It doesn't mean what's coming is going to be a better option.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
They murdered their own people in the fucking streets, thousands of them just a couple of weeks ago when they were protesting. So, like, this doesn't bode well for anybody.
No. it's a horrible scenario to be in. And to your point, do I support at all what Iran has done to the women, especially of their country? Absolutely not, obviously.
Right.
But you're exactly right that while I don't, there are a lot of countries I don't agree with what's been happening, but I don't believe that war and violence is the answer,
Right.
especially one where we don't have a solution in sight. So eighth war,
Yeah.
eighth war, eighth
This
country
is this
bombed.
is I'm I,
Okay.
yeah.
And we all know what the reality is of why Trump was all too eager to participate in this story because he thinks this will be a distraction from the Epstein files.
Mhm. Mhm.
We know that Hillary Clinton testified last week for between 4 and 5 hours. And you could tell she was fucking heated walking in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, and I've seen some
Um,
of the videos from when she found out that Bobo took her picture.
oh
Oh my
God.
god, she lit them the fuck up.
So the best part was, so her lawyer was pretty chill. Her lawyer was like, I'm receiving word that there are pictures of of the prior, I can't remember what they called her, but anyway, if they called her like former
Former
first lady or
secretary or
former
something.
secretary of
Yeah.
state or whatever. I don't know what
Yeah.
I can't remember, but anyway, of her during this deposition. And I wanted to find out if that's permissible. And like, you could tell that there was like a pregnant pause where people are like, oh, fuck, who did this?
Uh-huh.
So then dipshit Bobo had to be like, well, I took a picture before we got started. And that's when they're like, still, you can't fucking do that. And Hillary's like, I am done with you
She like
people. I
slammed her
am
fucking hands on the
done.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
Like
like, we
it
better
was
take a break.
great. It was
Well, especially
great.
because she said, she's like, we asked you to make this a public. If
Yes.
you wanted to make this a public spectacle, baby, bring the cameras in. Bring the
Yeah.
cameras in.
It's what we want.
But don't be sitting there recording me when you are, and then posting it for your own special whatever on social
Yeah.
media. And then like some of the other things that they showed with the videos where she was like, you're showing me an email from somebody I went to a fundraiser that is not an email from me or to me or that I was copied on and has nothing to do with me. I have no information for you.
Yeah, and they kept trying to like slam her for um somebody that was getting donations for the Clinton Foundation and they sought a donation from Epstein and she's like that doesn't have anything to do with me.
Yeah.
Like I didn't
And
actively ask for the donation from him. That doesn't have anything to
right.
do with me. Yeah.
One of the good videos that I did see was, and this was actually released by the House Oversight Committee, was her saying, you can always tell with Donald Trump having run against him and, been beside him by quite a bit. You can always tell with Donald Trump that when he's about to be caught, he starts accusing others for the thing he's about to be caught of. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, she said it just plain as fucking day that, he thinks he's going to get caught with these Epstein files. So that's when he starts calling Republican hoax and,
Yep.
talking about pedophile rings and Pizzagate and this and that is because he knew he was about to be caught.
Yeah.
And like, I was impressed that she was just like, in no
Yeah.
uncertain terms, you guys are idiots.
Yeah.
So that was good. We saw Bill Clinton also testify. He basically, I mean, like he didn't have anything revelatory, which is not surprising.
Yeah.
The House committee is investigating. They've asked Bill Gates, that Goldman Sachs lawyer, Catherine Rumler, billionaires Leon Black and Ted Wyatt, and 3 other people to testify about their dealings with Epstein. Gates, the lawyer, and Black have all agreed to voluntarily transcribed interviews with the House Oversight Committee. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick has also voluntarily agreed to testify before the committee. And the House Oversight Committee has now decided to subpoena Pam Bondi in her handling of the investigation. This was legislation that was actually introduced by Nancy Mace, which I'm shocked.
Oh, yeah.
I know. So she was moved to subpoena the Attorney General, and it passed 24-19 with bipartisan support.
Interesting.
Mace was joined by Democrats and fellow Republicans Tim Burchett, Michael Cloud, Lauren Boebert, and Scott Perry to interview Pam Bondi, which I am interested in how that's going to
Uh-huh, how
go.
that's gonna go. Yeah. Yeah.
It's clear to me that they're really trying to pin so much blame on Pam Bondi
Mm-hmm.
so that we can deflect it off of Trump, right?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
that's
And
just,
yeah, I have started reading Virginia's book.
oh God.
It's brutal from page one.
Oh,
I'm on like chapter 15 or 16 now. Um, I have to walk away from it.
do
Like I
you?
can't just sit and read like I would normally read. Like I read a chapter today, this evening, but I haven't read in the last 2 days, which is
Oh,
unheard
wow.
of. Like I read every day,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
can't. It's such heavy fucking material, and it's so disgusting and so heartbreaking. Like what her dad did to her when she was young, and started her down that path of being exploited. And it's fucking horrible. And all these men need to fucking fry.
Yeah.
All these
Oh
men
God.
need to fucking fry. And
Yeah.
it's just, and it makes me so sad to know that she left behind her 3 kids because of what, I mean, I don't know the reasons why, but I have to assume all of this was just more than she could deal with. That she
Well,
had just gotten.
haven't there been suspected? Aren't there suspicions that maybe she didn't actually commit suicide, or am I making that up?
I don't know. I do know at the beginning of the book, her co author does talk about how there were domestic disputes between her and her husband that were coming to light, that she had confided in her co-author and somebody else about it.
Mhm.
And then so I don't know. I don't know.
Mhm.
But it's it's so infuriating. Like there are times that I'm reading the book and all I can think about is Pam Bondi's fucking bitch ass sitting there with all of those survivors standing behind her, and she won't even fucking acknowledge them.
Right.
I just, it makes me murderous with rage.
Yeah. Yes. I'm with you 100%. Yeah. So hopefully we're going to get some answers with Pam Bondi being subpoenaed, but the chances of that actually happening are
I mean,
probably none.
hopefully she's going to be going to jail, and Kristi Noem's going to go to jail, and Trump's going to go to prison as well, and like all of them, fucking all of them.
So Kristi Noem was grilled
Oh yeah,
today for the second time, I think, in like the DHS hearings. I don't know
yeah.
if you saw any of the videos of that.
I saw some of those videos. I saw a short clip of that bitch Nancy Mace and Governor Walz today.
Okay. So I saw
Yeah,
Governor Wall today.
yeah.
Um, did you see Tom Tillis?
No, no, I don't think so.
He eviscerates her. He goes,
Really?
he goes, I'm going to tell you how I feel about the way that you have handled the disaster of the ice and all of this. So he starts by saying, like, I am a huge proponent for law enforcement, whether you're a police officer or an ICE officer. I am a huge like supporter of law enforcement. In fact, I am delighted that we are about to put up a plaque in remembering and honoring the police that were killed on January 6th. And those thugs were pardoned, which they never should have been. And I'm still mad about it. So never say that I am not 100% loyal
Oh
to, yes,
my god.
to police officers or to,
Law enforcement.
law enforcement. Jesus, couldn't come up with a word.
It's okay.
And he goes, and he basically was like, Kristi, no, you're not going to have any time to respond to me because I am giving you your performance evaluation and it is bad. You should resign.
Oh my god.
I mean, he's like, you and your team are picking up people who are completely innocent or not causing any problems whatsoever because you and Stephen Miller have a count quota that you're trying to get to. So all you care about is quantity over quality. You are not spending our time and resources, valuable resources, finding the worst of the worst like you said you were going to. And it is a It is a
Oh,
disaster. I mean, he
oh my God.
eviscerates her. Now, I only saw up to the point that he stops talking. I am dying to see her
Her
reaction to it.
reaction. Yeah, holy
But
shit.
to
I,
be like, to be like,
oh
you're
my
not going to
God.
get a chance to speak
Yeah.
because I'm giving you your performance evaluation and you should be
Yeah,
fired.
I'm taking my
I
full
was
three
like,
minutes or whatever it is to just
mhm,
rip your ass wide open. I did see, I don't know who it was, but somebody asked about Blanky Gate, and her husband's like sitting not that far behind her. And like somebody asks her about her and Lewandowski, more or less fucking. And then
mhm.
one of them I saw a picture of had a button on that said Justice for Cricket, which is her fucking dog that she shot. I'm just
Oh,
like, that's fucking brutal. Like,
that
these
is
people
brutal.
don't fucking like her. I mean, she's not, there's so much to not like. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Even
Yeah.
before now. And I think
Yeah.
one of them asked her too about all of the money that she was spending on the TV ads
Oh, really?
for ICE and how much money. Yeah, one of them was saying something about more or less alleging that it was a misappropriation of funds, that, you were spending all of this money on campaign ads more or less for ICE and threatening the American people and threatening immigrants on TV, putting yourself in commercials, like how do you justify the use of that money, being
Yeah.
spent in that way? So,
Yeah. Hmm.
what a dumb twat.
She is a dumb twat, but I really enjoyed watching
That's
a
amazing.
Republican
Yes.
just absolutely fucking go after this dumb bitch.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can see her face when she's getting yelled at.
And I
You know what
feel,
I mean?
yeah, and I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like she's not as, I want to use the word poised, but that's not really the word I want to use. Callous, maybe. Where Pam Bondi did the whole like, she's just looking
Oh
down,
yeah.
doodling on her piece. Like, go ahead and fucking yell at me because you motherfuckers don't matter to me because I only
I
answer to
agree.
one daddy. And
That's right.
Christy Nome, I don't feel like is together enough to pull that off.
So I feel the same way about Caroline Levitt. Like Caroline Levitt has that like stone
Yeah.
face, the
Like,
same as fucking
okay.
Pam Bondi.
Yeah.
You are not getting through.
Yeah.
But like Christy Nome and Cash Patel as well
Yeah.
don't have that same like killer instinct. I
Yeah.
1000% agree. Like
Yeah.
they both of them, I think you could get them to cry if you tried hard
Yes.
enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. The only other big thing that I have is that Trump has officially nominated Kevin Warsh to replace Jerome Powell.
Who is that?
What's that?
Who is that?
So he worked for the central bank when
Mm.
between like 2006 and 2010 during
Okay.
like the financial crisis.
Okay.
um, 2006 to 2011. And so like he was close to like the TARP funding and the loans and all that kind
Mm.
of got us out of that. But
Okay.
then after that was all done, he became like this huge critic of the Fed and like had problems with all sorts of things. Now, I will say that this guy, I think Trump thinks he's going to be able to put him in and immediately lower interest rates again.
Oh.
I would be shocked if this guy did that because like he's seen firsthand the housing crisis. And if there's one thing that
Yeah.
lowering interest rates does is that it accelerates buying and selling of houses again. And so I would just be shocked
Yeah. If he would
if
do
that's
that.
something that ends up, yeah, if he is able to do that. With that said, Tom Tillis again came in and said, I am going to block this nomination from proceeding until the criminal investigation that Trump came up with against Powell is dropped. Remember,
Oh
like,
yeah.
I know. So the
Yeah.
U.S. Attorney's Office like created that whole fake thing around how Powell was misusing funds to
Yeah.
redo
To
the,
redo the
and so,
building. Yeah.
right. And
Yeah.
so Senator Tillis has said, absolutely not. That's fine. We can do whatever, but I'm not letting you do a single goddamn thing until you drop all this bullshit um, against Jerome Powell. So I thought that was pretty
Yeah. That's
decent
interesting.
of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was
Wow.
surprised.
Uh huh.
Uh, Other things that I have on my list, 15% tariffs are going in next week.
Even though a judge said that they're illegal?
Yep. Because again, this man's power goes totally unchecked.
Unchecked. Yep.
Judge came in and said, yeah, they're illegal. Companies can sue for their money back.
Yeah.
But here's what's crazy, Nicole. It's not like those companies just cut into their profits to pay for these. We paid those.
We paid those. Mm-hmm.
So do you think, so we know FedEx is suing, and they're going to get let's say $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they're going to pass that money back to the American consumer?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
So all of this has been a huge scam.
Yeah. To gouge us.
Get more money out of us.
Yeah. To just gouge us. But yet there are MAGA diehards who are willing to be murdered on the hill of tariffs that, by God, they didn't pay for them.
How do you not know that you didn't pay for them?
Right.
Like how
do you get up and function as a human, as an adult every day and not understand that?
Breathing.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And not realize how tariffs fucking work, you fucking dumb pieces of shit.
Yeah. It's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science.
Google will fucking tell you if you don't understand what trickle-down economics is. Google will tell you.
Like, I'm dying to find a Best Buy. You know how they have the Wayback Machine where you can go and see the prices of something?
Yes.
I want to go back 2 years and look at like the price of a dishwasher.
Oh, yeah.
Then look at what it is today.
Yeah.
And then when tariffs are gone, look at what it is tomorrow.
Yep.
Because at some point, like, these are going to go away, and these prices are now our prices.
Because they're never going to go lower.
Apparently stupid. Right.
Yeah.
They're not going to go lower. And even if they do lower them, the money that they're going to earn from these lawsuits on these tariffs are going to be millions of dollars that they're just going to be able to claim. It's literal. It breaks my brain how stupid it is.
Yeah.
The other big news this week is Tallarico officially won the nomination for the Texas Senate, beating Jasmine Crockett. I have so many feelings.
I know, me too. I'm sad about it. I mean,
I love Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah, me too.
Losing her hurts my soul.
Because now we're without her, period.
Right?
And I hate that for us.
I do too. With that said, I do like Tallarico, and I do feel like if he can have a bigger impact, because he's not a Black woman.
Right.
He's a white man.
And he's super religious, but yet he's moderate in his religion, and the way that he comes across, he's not, and this is not anything against Jasmine. It's just the way that he is. He has figured out how to be a religious Democrat in Texas.
Yes.
And winning.
Yes.
And so, I hope that she is willing to stump for him.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure she will be, you know what I mean? But, and I hope he accepts her help in stumping for him.
Sure he will.
You know what I mean? But, I'm super, super bummed out about it.
Yeah, me too.
Because I love her.
I know. I do too. So it's very sad, but I'm at least encouraged by the fact that we do have. And there are some that are pointing to Tallarico as our next Obama, as our next.
Really?
Well, because he's very well liked. To your point, he can appeal to a moderate voter more than other Democrats can. He is hip with the going on late night, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you and I both love Pete Buttigieg, and that's like, we were big Bernie supporters, big Warren supporters, big Pete Buttigieg supporters.
Yeah.
But with that said, Pete Buttigieg has a hard time appealing to moderate voters. He's very progressive.
Yeah.
Which honestly, though, again, you and I have talked about this. The progressive ticket, in my mind, is not that far off from what we all really want.
Right. Yeah.
With that said, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's all I have. The big info, obviously, being the war and then the Epstein Files. Anything that I missed off of my list?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, then with that, and us being in the middle of a war, I really hope you have a good, happy ending because I need to
I do have a good.
polish
I
this
think so.
podcast off well.
Yes, I think I do. I think I have a good one. Oh wait,
Okay.
real quick, can I talk about Melania Trump?
Yeah.
Okay, so this fucking dumb twat is the first spouse to ever preside over the UN Security Council.
Why?
And she did it on Monday. I don't fucking have any idea. But she called on member states. Listen to how tone deaf this shit is. She called on member states to protect children's access to education. Days after Iranian state media reported that an airstrike killed at least 165 people at a girls' school in southern Iran. So the meeting was titled Children, Technology, and Education in Conflict, had already been scheduled
Uh-huh.
before we attacked them. So it's fucking wild. So these are her opening remarks. The U.S. stands with all of the children throughout the world.
Except for those 168.
Correct. I hope soon peace will be yours. A nation that makes learning sacred, protects its books, its language, its science, and its mathematics. Somebody better fucking tell Linda McMahon, because we're out here
Yeah.
trying to dismantle the Department of Education in this fucking country. It protects.
And we have put up a banner of Charlie Kirk in front of the Department of Education this week. So,
yes.
Charlie Kirk, who didn't graduate from college.
Right. He was so disdainful of college educated people.
Exactly. Yeah. And hate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks, Melania, but you better, like you say, let Linda McMahon know. Fucking Christ, what an idiot.
She said it protects its future. She also made the case for AI to be looked at as the new great equalizer, urging the council to connect everyone to knowledge through AI, including those in the most remote geographic regions of our world. She did not address the war or the reported school strike. Shocking.
Okay, because you're right. Kids that are fighting to get resources like water and food
need AI.
Have plenty of money for AI.
Correct.
For computers, internet.
It couldn't
AI,
be more fucking tone deaf. So then she also said conflict arises from ignorance, but knowledge creates understanding, replacing fear with peace and unity. She then encouraged Security Council member states to pledge to safeguard learning in our communities and promote access to heightened education for all. I implore you to build a future generation of leaders who embrace peace through education. Your fucking husband has had shit removed from the Smithsonian because they don't want to talk about racism in this country and slavery. Are you fucking kidding me, you flaming twat? Like, it could not have been more goddamn tone deaf. I don't know how these...
That sounds like a sexually transmitted disease. Flaming twat.
I think it's what's on Trump's neck.
Yeah. That's what we should name that. His flaming twat.
But I'm just like, I don't know how the fuck these other member states of the UN actually sat there and listened to her. You know what I mean?
No shit. Bitch, I can't believe they didn't get up and walk the fuck out.
You've got to, you are wasting our fucking time. I cannot believe this is what's happening right now.
I know. You're really not wrong. Like,
it's crazy.
I see that UNICEF absolutely went off on them. The UN Children's Agency, UNICEF, issued a statement noting the Iranian reports and saying the military escalation in the Middle East marks a dangerous moment for millions of children. And they said that, because anyway, you're fucking tone deaf, you dumb idiot.
It was, I'm like, who is her speechwriter? Because you know who it isn't? Seriously. Fucking John Lovett.
And who's her advisor? Like, who thought that it was a good idea for her to get up and sit, like even to have this conversation?
Did we just blow everybody up when we took off the East Wing so she has no one on her staff? What the fuck is happening here?
Right. You're exactly right.
It's crazy. So yes, I wanted to tell you that real quick and how just absolutely fucking tone deaf it was. And now we can get to our happy ending.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I don't know if I can handle a happy ending with the flaming twat disease that I have at this point.
You're welcome.
Oh, God. All right. We're going to try this.
Okay, so this story is coming to us from the Rocky Mountains.
Okay.
So Stephen Ma was worried his beloved dog would not survive the night. He was driving.
I love the fact that you have now decided that
Everything's animal related.
everything's animal related because I know Jamie will
Yes.
love that.
But you will love it. Yes.
I'm so sorry that I have colored this
totally
conversation between us.
It's fine.
But I do love a good animal story.
I know you do. And I had another one picked out from Pennsylvania about a group that advocated for changes at their school board meeting, and they got those changes. But then I was just pissed off that that they even had to do this for the changes. And I'm like, this happy ending is making me mad. I can't even be happy about it. So we're having this story out of the Rocky Mountains now.
Okay,
so,
noted.
Stephen Ma was driving across country to California from New Jersey to start a new job on the West Coast when he stopped for some skiing in Montezuma, Colorado on December 28th. He left his dog Rocky with a local pet sitter, but the dog decided to bolt for the mountains as a blizzard was rolling into the region, which has a local elevation of 10,000 feet. So Stephen was panicked. He reached out to the town's mayor, who recommended Summit Lost Pet Rescue, which is a nonprofit with a near perfect record of locating lost pets with more than 200 recoveries last year alone.
Wow.
So the Summit search team set up trail cameras and a scent station, which usually includes the owner's clothes and a dog bed that can draw the animal out of hiding. They launched social media campaigns with Rocky's picture on it, blah, blah, blah. So a few days passed with no sign and temperatures below zero. So Stephen feared the worst, but then Rocky appeared on one of the trail cams, stirring hope that the duo might be able to soon continue their road trip. No luck. Spending multiple 16-hour days searching for him, Stephen had to make the heartbreaking decision to leave Rocky behind and move ahead to his new job in California. Can you imagine? He said, can you imagine having to drive? Like, I'd just be sobbing the whole way. He said, I was clogged with emotion and I couldn't believe we couldn't find him. And I was so disappointed. Several weeks went by with no reported sightings and hope was dwindling. February 9th, this dog went missing December 28th. February 9th, a resident saw an unidentified dog on a household Ring camera. It was Rocky. Stephen confirmed the appearance after recognizing his collar. Then Brandon and the co-founder of the not-for-profit, Melissa Davis, set up a trap with scent trails. Within 3 hours, they had him trapped.
Yay.
He survived 43 days and was reunited with Stephen. He'd lost half of his body weight, dropping from 50 pounds to 26.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But there's a video of him being reunited with Stephen, who came back from California to get him. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. So I can't even imagine. So yeah, the group has a 99% success rate. They recovered 213 of the 214 dogs that were lost last year.
Yeah, for realsies, Nicole. Like, if that happened to me and it was Betty, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, I had to leave work early today so that I could get home to Betty so that she wasn't home
alone
for more than a few hours.
Yeah.
Like the difference between dogs 10 years ago even and today.
Well, I mean,
my dog expects me to be home or someone to be home all day, every day.
Yeah.
And
see that
if I'm not, she's devastated.
It was hard. It was hard for Layla because we adopted Layla in COVID. I was working for an employer. So I was working from home 3 days a week at that point and only going in the office 2 days a week. And so, but then I've had new jobs since then. And now she's home 4 days out of the week by herself for 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
And I hate it. But I have to be very regimented because I'm like, all right, I have to walk out of here by 3:45 because she's been home alone, since 6:30, 6:45. I got to go. This is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She needs to be able to go out and have her people. I can't even imagine for Betty because her people are, someone's home with her a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know, my husband is retiring after 25 years at his job with a major airline. He is retiring and going to be a school bus driver for the school district that we live in. I am dying for them to let him bring Betty with him on the bus.
Oh my God. Do you know how much the kids would love that? The kids would fucking love that.
And do you know how much she would love that?
Yes. He could get her a vest.
I know. So the only thing is that if a kid has an allergy, that could be a problem.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know, but I know that schools have
therapy dogs. Yeah.
Therapy dogs.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's got to be a way to work around this,
Yeah.
right?
And she's so docile. Like, it's not like they ever
Uh-huh.
have to worry about her biting
Biting
somebody.
anyone.
My dog's
Yes.
a different story because she gets provoked
Although
easily.
your dog has growled at me, but
That's true.
never,
No, she's never
like
snapped at you or anything. I would kick her ass. But
never.
yeah,
Does she
no.
ever snap at anyone?
Oh, girl, when we first got her, she bit me like 2 or 3 times before I got her ass in line. Yeah.
Really?
She bit me in the face one night. But I
Wow.
mean, in fairness to her, in defense of her, she'd been through a lot before we adopted her. And I
Mm-hmm.
had not ever had a dog that would not let me get in their face and kiss them and love them
Uh-huh.
and do all those things. And she was not that bitch. And it took her
Uh-huh.
almost 2 years to get to that point.
Wow.
Now we don't have any issues. But
Right.
you know what I mean? But no, I'm the only person that she has ever snapped at or actually bit.
Yeah. Well, to your point, like I've never had a dog that I haven't been able to get in their face either.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure I stupidly have just immediate, like even with Betty. So Betty, she one time did one of those turning around like she was snapping at me
Oh, sure.
because I startled her
Uh-huh.
when we very first got her.
Yeah.
And that was like, I mean, she was
Yeah. She had
devastated.
immediate. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. And so, like, to your point, but I would love
That would be
if
so great.
Betty could be the new school therapy dog
That'd be
on the bus
awesome.
route because I think they would love her.
They
So,
would love
anyway,
her. Yes. To
we'll see
know
what
her
happens.
is to love her.
Well, I force it upon people to make them love her. So, to your point, to know her means you have to love her
Yeah.
or
There
her
is no
mother's
other
going to
choice.
beat you.
Yeah.
In all fairness, I do that for AJ as well. Like
Yeah. It's
for my
fine.
kid,
Yeah.
you better love him or I will kill you. Like
Exactly.
that. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. You know how it is. All right. Well, thank you all for listening. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Find Out Nation. Please like and subscribe to this episode, even though we are not monetized in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But maybe we could all retire if we had enough people that were watching this. But
That's true.
right
Because
now, we're
Lord
just
knows
gonna have to
we're
let
not the
Marky
ones
say,
doing the whatever it is, the gambling on whether or not we're going to war so we can
no
get
shit.
money.
No shit. You are not wrong. Anyway, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your week. And hopefully I get this out earlier than the last ones because in the last like 3-4 weeks, I've been posting early in the week. I like to instead get them out closer to when all this stuff actually happens. So I'm hopeful that I get this out tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. Good luck to you all. All right. Thank you guys. We hope you have a great rest of your day. We love you. Bye.
Bye.